Hey there, Libra. How are you doing? I'm Maggie with Moondirected. If you are a new subscriber or a previous viewer, I really appreciate you coming back. I really do. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. I'm really glad that you're here. I wanted to kind of change up the format a little and try to introduce things in a different way and see what you think about it. So please comment. I would love to know. One quick announcement on Friday, November 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to do a live session where I answer questions, any kind of questions that you have. I have lots of cards that we can choose from to find answer for you. I really want to do this, as this would be fun for me. Hopefully it'd be fun for you too. So in the comment section, either here or in the announcement video, just write your question, okay? And this is for your sun, your moon, or your rising. And then if you don't know what those are, then there's free birth calculators out there. I like to use astrotheme.com, but you can use any one of them. And so I would check out your sun and your moon and your rising signs and see what relates to you, what feels and resonates and makes sense. But I'm pretty sure your sun and your moon for sure will. The ascendant sign, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten any feedback from anyone on that yet. Okay, so do that and enjoy it. And be sure and like, subscribe, share the video. I like to share videos to my friends in private messenger on Facebook. I do it a lot. They get a lot of videos from me. So you can do that. So that would be great. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that when I go live, you know I'm live and we can chat. And that would be fun. So, all right. I thought I would talk to you a little bit about where all the planets are and how they could be affecting you. So for Libra, right now, we've got Uranus, which is the planet of sudden and dramatic and chaotic changes. Hanging out in Aries, and it's in opposition to Libra. So you're going to feel this energy. It's been there. So your life maybe over the last 7 years has been kind of tense and lots of changes happening and lots of regrouping and feeling like you're having to do things. And then it moved into Taurus for a short time, and then it moved back into Aries. So what does that mean? Well, when a planet goes retrograde, it's going back over the same ground it's already covered. So either you didn't get it, you need to make a little adjustment. There's something that needs a little bit of a revision. Every time you get a retrograde, all the words, reinvent yourself, revive, do, renew. So is there something that some kind of changes you're working on, and then maybe the last couple of months you slacked up? Maybe you need to recommit to them, because this will be the lesson that's going on here. And when it's in opposition, you feel that energy. So that's been going on for you. The sun is moving out of Scorpio into Sagittarius on Thursday, and the Jupiter is in Sagittarius. It just got there last week, and it'll be there for the next 13 months. Now, Jupiter in Sagittarius is super happy. That's its home sign. It's super happy, and it's about expansion and benevolence and bringing in good things. But you'd have to look in your personal chart to know exactly where Jupiter is and where Sagittarius is, which house it falls into, so that you could see where this is most likely to affect you over the next 12 months. But in general, because it's in Sagittarius where it's so happy, everybody should be aware of expanding waistlines. So make sure you're eating right and starting diet and exercise program. We're going into holidays, and here in the United States, we generally gain about 7 pounds per person, right? So start something now, so that when you get to the end of January there and you only gain 2 pounds, you can feel like, yeah, you're winning, right? So go ahead and start planning for that now, because you're going to be battling the bulge for the next 13 months. A lot of people are. It's just going to be how the energies are going to affect you. Mercury went into retrograde on the 16th. Again, that's going over something, right? The redoing, renewing, and in general, it'll affect people. Like you could have mess ups in communications, computers, equipment, transportation. These are general things that we notice when it's in a fire sign and when it's in retrograde, but it's in a fire sign. So the fire signs are going to be affected a little stronger than everyone else. So that's good news for you. That's good news for you. But it's a good time to take the time to be careful about what you're saying. right? Be aware. Then there's an awareness factor that comes with it. And is there anything that you need to, that has to do with communications that you need to look at again? Maybe you were starting to write a book. Maybe you need to do a little rewriting on it, So figure out, how you can use that to help you. Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. So Pluto is about deep transformations, death, rebirth cycle. It rules Scorpio, which is we're in Scorpio, and it's that kind of an energy of the, breaking things down to start things over. And so it goes plowing through, and then right behind it comes Saturn, who's creating the order out of the chaos. So that's going on in Capricorn. I don't know where that is in your chart. You would have to look and see. But then it's moving into Aquarius, and the Saturn's happy in both of those. So it's good changes for a lot of people right now. So where are the changes happening in your life, and how can you help the process along? Mars has just moved into Pisces. So it's been in Aquarius, where, that airy Aquarius has been feeding the fire of driving hard, competitive, pushing forward energy of Mars. And so people have really been pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's kind of nice that it moved into Pisces, where it's like, okay, let's just get in the flow. We don't have to push so hard, which is nice going into the holidays. So that hard charging energy you felt, it's not just because it's Thanksgiving that you're going to be slowing down. It's also, thank you very much for finally calming down and getting into Pisces, right? Right? Okay. And so then Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces also. And Neptune's at home in Pisces. So it's very comfortable. And it's those long goals, dreams that from a distance, maybe the ones you had from a childhood, because it's in retrograde. So it's going back over those. So what can you do with that energy? How can you reevaluate what your long distance plans and goals are, and how can you bring them in? And let's just say it's that Pisces ends up in your second house of finances. What are your long held dreams and goals for financial success? What do you need to go over to how can you recommit to those? So it'd be something like that, right? So take a look at that and see where that is in your chart. So let's go on for this week. This week, Monday. Monday, the moon is at a square with Jupiter. That's never fun. So you've got, I want things to be calm. I want things to expand, but we're fighting. It's in a square. It's just uncomfortable. So how is that going to affect you? Well, it's in your seventh house of partnerships. Out. Hey, listen, stay balanced. Don't let them get you, okay? Like, it's just a couple of days that you have to deal with this energy. So don't let it screw something up for you right now, right? So take a deep breath. Give a little more than you take. I know that you like it when it feels balanced, but maybe it's the long over part of it, right? Where you're like, okay, wait, okay. Or maybe it's just finally time to say, hey, I've had enough of this. I give too much and you don't give enough. It might be an awareness that happens. We'll have to wait and see, because the moon's going to be there. It's about your willpower, your self-control, and where are you focusing your energy. So since you're going to be doing this in partnerships, it could go either way. We got a full moon coming up, and full moons can bring ends to partnerships. So there's a lot of things going on for you right there. Monday and Tuesday are going to be a little tough. Not going to lie. They'll be a little tough. But then you get to Wednesday, which I'd like to say gets better, but not so much. It's nice because the moon moves into Taurus. Okay. Libra, Venus is in Libra right now. That's your sign. And her other sign is Taurus. And so it's actually not too bad, but it's awkward. And it's about relationships and material goods and stuff. So you're going to find that you're going to be trying to strike a balance between material stuff and your relationship needs. And so it's going to be a little awkward. It's going to take a lot of patience. So breathe, okay? You can do this. You can manage this. A lot of times, if you know what's coming, you can see it coming, you don't get caught off guard. So that's what I'm hoping to do, is kind of warn you. Like, be a little warned. But then it's nice because finally that full moon comes for you in Friday in Gemini, which is very comfortable. It's a very nice aspect for you. That isn't going to hurt you so much. But like I said, it shines a light on things. So if there's things in your relationships that needs to change, it could be the relationship needs to change, or it could be an attitude within the relationship that needs to change, or the way of doing things that need to change. This is a good time to prune out things. What don't you need? What's not working? How can you get rid of it? Things that you started back in January. Back in June when the moon was new in Gemini. Oh, try saying that 4 times fast. Holy moly. When you started doing that stuff, the seeds that you planted then, they're going to start culminating now. But it's a good time to kind of look at it and say, well, is everything coming out the way I thought? Or is there stuff I need to get rid of? So this is what I recommend for full moon. You get out a piece of paper and you write down on one side the things you want to prune out of your life, the things that are not working for you. What's not working? You don't have to have the solutions. You just have to know that you want to get rid of it. Okay, so you write that stuff down, then you flip the piece of paper over, and on the back side, you write all the things you're grateful for. Hopefully, your gratitude list is much longer than your I need to get rid of this list, but it doesn't look like that. But hopefully, it is. Okay, so work on that, and then you burn it. And when you burn it, what you're doing is you're offering it up to God. You're just like, okay, this is yours. You take it. You roll with it. This is yours. It's not mine. So when you do that, you can make, oh, the lighting is changing a lot all of a sudden. So you can really change things for yourself by writing these lists and letting the universe come in and start helping you out. So that's what I'm going to recommend that you do. I really am a big fan of the gratitude list. So go ahead and take the time, make the effort time. And on Saturday, you're supposed to be in self-reflection anyway. So it's a really, really good time to get in there and really reflect on the things that, where have been the hits and where have been the misses, right? Some of the stuff is better than others. And then Sunday, the moon moves into Cancer. And for you, that's a little awkward again. So I see a real roller coaster of a weekend going for you. So try to use your patience. Try to stay balanced. Libra likes balance, doesn't like conflict. Just be aware that this energy is coming at you. So what I thought I would do this week is I would pull a card for every day when the moon changes signs, and see if we can't get you a little practical advice on how to deal with that. And so because the moon is in Aries on Monday, I chose The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. I like it because it gives practical advice. Aries is a fire starter. It likes to get out there and get things going. It really gets moving and everything. But it doesn't always have a lot of really concrete direction. So I thought if we would use the map, we could get a better idea of where we're headed, right? It's always good to know where you're going. All right, so let's see. One more, I think. Well, you have two. What did you get? All right. So full moons illuminate things that we don't necessarily see, but it's shadowy and you can't be sure if what you're seeing is real, right? So you kind of always got to worry about that. So your first card is Into the Unknown, but it's in protection. There's things you don't know, and maybe you should not just jump off the cliff and go. Maybe you should wait for a little more information, because you also have protecting treasure. So, okay, you have these very stressful aspects going on this week. Something's really going to be bothering you. On Monday, it could be in your partnership. On Wednesday, it's difficult in your 8th house of transformation. 9th house is comfortable with the full moon, but that's higher education. But then it gets into your career come Sunday. So these are some really major key points, your partnership, transformation, and money. These are things, career. These are things that people put a lot of effort into, right? Emotional energy. Don't be rash. Protect what you have. Protect what's of value. You don't know everything. And maybe because you don't know everything, you need to wait a little bit. Get some more information before you go jumping off the cliff. Why do I say jumping off the cliff, right? Aries, major tarot card is the Fool, and the Fool is always stepping off this cliff. And so when I'm thinking of Aries energy, a lot of time I see that in my head, and not always. Sometimes I see them like Tom Cruise, flying down the road on his motorcycle, but that's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing jumping off the cliff. So, ooh, buddy, take a breath. Take a breath, okay? All right. So here we go. Taurus energy. I'm using the Angel of Abundance cards. It's a call to action. What kind of action? It's in your 8th house of transformation. So, let's see what kind of action. Okay. This is recommending personal action, exercise. So, are you stressed out? Instead of taking it out on your partner by losing your crap, maybe get out there and work out a bit. Hit the gym. Hey, get ahead of that whole Jupiter and Sagittarius thing, right? So, release some energy. And it's good for your body. It's good for your emotional stability. It's a good outlet, right? So get out there, and if you've got a punching bag in your garage, maybe it's time to hit the bag a little, right? Take the bag for a few rounds. And that's what it takes. Okay. Then on Friday, when the moon gets into Gemini, you're going to be so happy to see that happen. You're going to be feeling a lot better. You'll probably be doing a little higher learning, and that higher learning could be cruising around on the internet checking out things, or researching for, you want to get a new stove or whatever. It could be something like that. It could be travel. It might be that you're going to go see somebody, you want to go have some fun, and you have to get in the car and go. That could be it too. Okay, here's what's important to remember. Everything goes in cycles. It's like a wheel. It goes around and around and around and around, right? Sometimes you're up, and sometimes you're down. But it's going to come back up. So don't lose heart. Don't jump off the cliff because you're in a down cycle. Wait it out. Ride it. Get in the flow. Remember, we were talking about Mars being in Pisces, and it's better to flow with it. This is a good time to flow with things. So just go with it. Okay? Let's see what Sunday brings for you. So for Sunday, well, that was, by the way, the Oracle of the unicorns. And then Sunday, I have this lovely deck that I really like, the Whispers of Luck. That's Sunday. Okay. Things go in cycles. You got some tense energy coming up here. But like attracts like. So be the kind of person in a relationship that you want in a relationship. That could be a work relationship. It could be a parenting relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be your partner, your intimate partner. But be the person that you want to be in a relationship, because like attracts like. In order to get somebody who's giving and caring and loving and kind, you have to be giving, caring, loving, and kind. Now, Libra does that a lot. But sometimes, Libra, this is what I've noticed, you keep in your head those little mental checklists. Well, I did this, this, and this, and this, and this, and how come on this side they aren't doing these things? Well, everything goes in cycles. And so maybe they're in a cycle where it's really hard for them to give. And you need to take a bigger, broader perspective of the whole situation. Take a real big step back and remember that things roll in cycles. And so just like in this moment, maybe you're not getting exactly what you want, like the checklist doesn't feel balanced, like everything, the scales are a little off. But in the long term, that's the one to look at. Is it in the long term off? Because if it is, you're never going to be happy there. That's fine. And that's time to do something. That full moon's there to help you figure that out. But make sure that you're looking at the long range, the overall energy of it, okay? Wow, Libra, you and I are talking a lot today. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's get you a color card. Or no, I'm not going with that's 6. We're not doing 6. I just want 1. There we go. Aw, boundaries. Establishing boundaries. So you have brown. So get grounded, but establish your boundaries. Boundaries are important. I know you give a lot. You should get, okay? But also respect other people's boundaries. Boundaries aren't just yours, they're other people's too. But if you feel like you're really being taken advantage of, then go ahead, make the call, okay? It's okay to stand up for yourself. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying that maybe this week you don't have all the information you need, okay? Well, I really hope I see you on Friday. Be sure to write your comments below, in the comments below, any questions that you might like me to try to get an answer for from the cards. I'd really love to do that for you. And have a great week. Just ride with it. Just get in the flow and go with it, okay? Sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And check out your sun, moon, and rising. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.